What's going on, Pokemon fans? Welcome back to Pokemon. This is J Center. In today's video, we'll be looking at Ultimate Tag Team Grass Box Deck. This is going to be really interesting video, no doubt about it. So make sure to hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you already didn't for more cool deck lists and videos. So starting the deck list with the Rowlet and Alone Executor GX with that super growth attack that says you can search your deck for a card that evolves from one of your grass Pokemon, put it on that Pokemon to evolve it. If that Pokemon is now a stage 1 Pokemon, search your deck for a stage 2 Pokemon that evolves from that Pokemon and put it on that Pokemon to evolve it. This text is super long, it's super confusing, but what it says that if you have Grookey on the bench, you can just search your deck for the Twiki and Rillaboom, and you can just evolve it. So the strategy of the deck is pretty much to evolve 2 Rillabooms and then to combine either way Tropical Lava GX and Celebi Venusaur Pulling Hazard, and also Solar Beam and Evergreen GX. What I really like about this deck is 3 retreat cost on Celebi Venusaur and 4 retreat cost on Celebi Venusaur and 3 on Rowlet and Alone Executor. So in combination with buff padding, 4 copies of Great Potion, 2 copies of Mellow and Lana, and Crushing Hammers, this deck can be very devastating for every single deck these days, because we can heal plenty of damage. We can increase the HP with the buff padding. Even if there's the Absol on the bench, we can have 320 on Celebi, or we can have 320 on Rowlet and Alone Executor. If there's a Absol on the bench, we can have 320 on Rowlet and Executor, and if there is not, we can have 320 on Celebi and Venusaur, which is really good. And also we can protect both Pokemons from weakness with that weakness guard energy, which is really good and strong. Probably the only thing that I might consider switching in this deck should be a Guzma and Hala, which means that I will probably consider adding another grass energy, maybe another ordinary rod, because I don't think I really need 2 Guzma and Hala with only 1 stadium. I think I should just remove that. But anyways, we have also 2 cool GX attacks. Tropical Lava GX can be very devastating against, Picosecrum decks, and also that Evergreen GX, which means that we can heal all damage from Celebi, which can be very frustrating. Plus, we can also return all of the cards from discard pile back into our deck, which means that we can recycle back 4 Crushing Hammers, theoretically, so we can use, 8 Crushing Hammers per game with that Evergreen GX, which is just a mind-blowing thing. 17 Pokemons, 2 Celebi and Venusaur, 1 Eldegoss, 3 line of, Rillaboom, 3 Rowlet and Alone Executor, 1 Shaman for that Flower Storm, as well as the Dean GX. So yeah, I should definitely consider adding that 10th energy instead of the Guzma and Hala, so I can actually swing for 300 with the Shaman. Makes sense. Additionally, 4 copies of Crushing Hammer, so we can slow our opponent. For heal, 4 Great Potion, 1 Life Forest, 2 Mellow and Lana. There's so many options, so we can heal the Pokemons. For that tag support switch, for that tag support search, we have 3 Tag Hole as well as 3 copies of Quick Ball, which means that we can also search the deck for Eldegoss and the Dean if it's necessary. Plus we have 4 Super Scoop Ups. I mean, what else do I need to say about it? 4 Super Scoop Ups, flip a coin if heads, put one of your Pokemon and all cards attached to it back in your hand. Pretty much it, not gonna talk too much about it, which means that we can use another Eldegoss ability, we can use another Dedenne, we can scoop, Celebi with 300 plus damage, as well as the Rowlet and Alone Executor, and that's really strong. Additionally, supporter lineup, 2 Boss Order, I will go just with 1 Guzma and Hala, 2 Mellow and Lana, 4 Marnies, and then for another play, I'm running buff paddings ×2, 2 copies of Weakness Guard, and 10 Grass Energies. Really risky play to go with only 4 copies of Marnies for the support play, but with the Dean GX and Eldegoss, I don't know. Somehow I think it should be enough. It might not be enough. It's really risky deck list. We shall see how it will work. in the gameplay, so make sure to hit the thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel if you already didn't. So yeah, see you in the game. Okay, so today something a little bit different. Probably many of you would like to see good grass deck in action, so let's actually see how good potentially this grass box will be. Unfortunately for me, I started with the Groki and my opponent started with the Tapu Koko Prism, so none of me or my opponent started good, so I'm just gonna Crushing Hammer that energy if I can. Unfortunately I can't. And Marnie for fresh hand of 5. And that Marnie actually didn't get me plenty of good cards, but at least there is a tech hole that will allow me to search my deck for Rowlet and something like a Guzma and Hala, for example. And I can definitely retreat onto my Rowlet, try to use another Crushing Hammer, and this will be another Tails, and at least I can super build my Groki into Rillaboom. There we go. For next turn, potentially I can start even attacking with that Calming Hurricane, but hopefully I can super growth one more time for another Rillaboom. This is what I'm actually looking for to do. I disrupted my opponent down to 4, so I don't know if he can find something useful. There is a tech hole, okay. Yeah, definitely with the tech hole my opponent can search the deck for at least Pikazakram and Guzma and Hala, so Guzma and Hala can provide him with another special lightning energy as well as with the Stadium, so technically he might be able even to find a little bit more resources. Who knows, maybe even turn to Full Blitz. I wouldn't be surprised. But there's a Bolton Wii, so if I can survive like... Okay, so there is the Ding as I mentioned it, so Daddy Change, fresh hand of 6. He don't need too many cards. He needs Lightning Energy with a Quick Ball and a Discord Pile, another Lightning Energy attachment, and some kind of energy switch play. A little bit too complicated, especially because he already used Guzma and Hala and he didn't search the deck for Stadium, which means the Stadium might be prized. At least there is another Speed Lightning Energy, and this will be a Boatland Electrify. Okay, and another Gold Potion. Can't do too much with that right now, so I'm just gonna looking forward to use Marnie once again. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I'm just gonna say perfect one more time. Do I want to attach energy somewhere? For now, I'm not gonna even try bother attaching energies. Let's just go with another super growth. Everything goes as planned. I have 2 Rillabooms in play, and I didn't want to use Voltage Bit right now. So there is a Raichu. We used to call this a Choo-Choo. Quick Ball for Lightning Energy and for the Marshadow. Alright, I hope he will discard Marshadow so I can use that advantage of Forest, Live Forest. Well, there is a Volkner. So Volkner might be for a energy switch energy, so that's probably gonna be the case. Maybe Stadium Nav. I don't know, I don't think he plays Stadium Nav and Guzma and Hala. It actually makes no sense. Really makes no sense. Alright, one Super Scoop Up would be nice. Even Mellow and Lana wouldn't be that bad. With Mellow and Lana I can actually heal complete damage from my Rowlet and Alolan Exeggutor. And I think I will probably consider doing that if my opponent will be able to retreat somehow. I think he can retreat, but he can also use Bolt Storm. Two different options. Bolt Storm, 5 energies, 160, 190. Yeah, he decided just to go with another electricity. We're just gonna call it electricity, you know, even it's not electricity. Let me see. I can Evergreen GX, and that's really good. I can Tank Call, or I can Calming Hurricane, or I can Tropical Hour. If this Pokemon has at least 3 energy attached to, in addition, I'm short for like 1 energy to use Tropical Hour GX. So what are we gonna do here right now? We're just gonna go with the Voltage Beat, and we're gonna go with 2 energy attack and energy from him manually. And there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 energies for my opponent in play, so that's scary because with a couple of electric powers he can knock me out, and I didn't find what I was looking for, unfortunately. I think I'm gonna knock even extra energy cards. I don't mind too much. It would be awesome to see. 3 extra energies. I mean, if I only attached 1 energy turn before, I could just shuffle all of my opponent energies back into deck. But it really doesn't matter. I can still heal plenty of damage. Even knowing that my opponent can swing with the Lightning Ride for 150, potentially even for 250 or 280 with, you know, tag, switch, electric power play. Hopefully that's just not going to be the case. Yeah, right now even energy switch works for him. But that's okay. Okay, there is a switch for Raichu, so the worst thing that can happen is that he hit. That's okay. That's not something too special. We're gonna Crushing Hammer and another Tails. Wow, that's just insane. As it looks right now, I need to retreat. So I'm gonna grab myself Rowlet as well as Mellow and Lana. And I'm gonna throw into my discard pile Rowlet and a Venusaur, so I can heal the damage off. Alright, 30 times amount of the energies, and I can add 4 more. That's 120, 150, 180, 210. That is unfortunately not even close for what I need. But I already used my GX attack. I'm just gonna Voltage Bit 2 of energies onto myself Venusaur, and that's gonna be 1 Calming Hurricane for 150. It's almost completely healed damage off. Okay, I mean 10. I think it's not worth to use Great Potion just for 10 damage. I failed 3 Crushing Hammers, so that's kind of disappointing. But I still have this game under my control. Under my control, this game is for sure. So what my opponent can use right now, he can Lightning Ride GX before the knockout. And there's a Marnie, so hopefully I can find Boss Order. No sign of it. Okay. I have Eldeco Sweep, but that's just not gonna work. That's just not gonna work. So, can he find Energy Switch? Or maybe just Energy. There is Energy, so can he find Electric Power for the knockout? Yes, he can, so 280. Alright, I couldn't find myself. Yeah, even if I managed to find that tool for HP boost, it wouldn't matter too much anyways. At least he used the GX attack, so that's a good thing. Alright, another energy. I can definitely knock that Jirachi out. I'm gonna Voltage Bit, no sign of the energies. That looks really bad. So So buff betting is the way to go, as well as ordinary road. I really need my resources. And with that being said, my opponent hand is loaded with plenty of cards, so it's worth to put him down to 4. There we go, there's a boss order as well. Alright, I like that. I'm gonna switch onto my Venusaur. And additionally, I'm just gonna pull in Hazard for the knockout because of the burn and poison. Jirachi will take 30 extra damage and it will be knocked out. Alright, so I'm down to 3. And if I really want to win, I just need to use boss order and find myself an energy card in order to knock that Raichu on the bench. Will it be possible? I think it should be possible for sure. I have great potions, so I can heal decent amount of damage. Decent amount of damage can be healed. I have 2 super scoop ups as well as boss orders, so 1 energy is the way to go. I think I have pretty decent chance to win this game just by boss ordering my opponent Raichu on the bench. There is a deck switch. He already used GX, so that tag switch wouldn't matter too much. He can potentially move some energies on the Dean GX and backup attacking Pokemon as well. Oh, wondering why instead of from the Raichu. So 2 copies of Great Potion in addition to this one will do the job. And there is a Crushing Hammer as well. So let's go with first Great Potion, shall we? I'm going to use that Quick Ball for, do I want to use it for that Rowlet? Yeah, I really want to do that. It really doesn't matter too much. I need either way Ordinary Road, 2 Great Potions, or that Weakness Guard energy. Okay, let's go with the boss order. And let's see what we can find with that. The Dean GX Daddy Change. Daddy Change into nothing. At least there is a Great Potion, right? I already used my boss order, so there's the only one thing that I can do right now. I can try to turn my deck a little bit. Oh, what a mess. My energies are prized. I couldn't find that Ordinary Rod, and right now I just need to find a way to live another day. So he needs to hit for 220. It's really difficult to hit for 220 with 1 electric power. So one thing is for sure, I can survive, so I'm just gonna pull in his Raichu, and that's gonna be it for now. That's gonna be it for now. So that Raichu is down to 30 HP. So if Raichu wants to attack, it needs to flip heads. If it's tails, it's knocked out, so it's definitely not worth to attack with the Raichu. Otherwise, if he wants to attack with his... I mean, I couldn't even find myself a stadium. I have so many outcomes, and I couldn't find none of them. So there's a Reese's Stamp down to 3. Buff Batting, for example, as well as Great Potion and Mellow and Lana. Also, those plays are also good. So worst thing that can happen for me, my opponent can swing me for like 150 and I can heal 150 damage out, so that's pretty good. And he decided to move down to Jirachi. He used that Reset Stamp. Well, he retreated, so he needs Switch. Without Switch, he won't be able to attack anyways. And it's my turn, so I can heal a little bit more of damage with that Great Potion. And I can also attach Buff Batting, add a Weakness Guard energy, and swing with Solar Beam. Now I have 320 HP instead of 270. There is a Grass energy as well. Pika Zekrom. Sorry guys for this. Because Ekram promoted to the active position. Again, it can swing for 150, 180, 210, 160, 190, 220, 250, up to 250, but I have Mellow and Lana, so I can heal pretty much solid amount of damage anyways. But the bad thing is that I need to discard the grass. 160, so he swings for 160, I can heal 120. And I will heal 120, no question about that. I'm gonna Shaman, then I will just retreat onto my Celebi Venusaur, and then I'm gonna pull and hazard my opponent for 50. I'm also gonna confuse him, poison him, and burn him. So he will be forced to retreat or flip as in a coin flip. But I think this is pretty much it. If my opponent really wants to do something out, he will need to find himself energy and switch, so he can actually swing with a tandem shock. That's the only way. Actually, he don't even need to do that. He just needs energy to retreat or switch, so he can actually attack with the Raichu, and he decided to concede at the end. Okay. That was no doubt. Well, we're just gonna go quickly through our opponent deck list. 3 Jirachi, 1 Marshadow, 2 Pikazakrams, Tapu Koko, Dean, Raichu and a Lone Raichu, Eldegoss, Botland, Tool Scraper, okay, 3 Tag Hold, Electro Power times 4, 1 Tag Switch. Pretty much standard deck list, I should say that. The problem for my opponent was that he simply couldn't find that energy card. He running 13 of them, and how many switch cards that he used? 2 of them. Yeah, he played 2 switches and 1 Mellow and Lana. Okay, so I mean, I flipped pretty much 3 tails in the coin flip with Crushing Hammer, so I couldn't discard none of the energies from my opponent. We both had a pretty bad start at the end. Venusaur tanked with Mellow and Lana and with a great potion for the win. And I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you did, make sure to consider subscribing to the channel, hit the thumbs up, and let me know also in the comments below what you think about this deck list. And yeah, till the next time, have a nice day, and we'll see you next time.